Hi everyone, welcome on back to my channel. This week we are talking all about what you should know before making a virtual pre-recorded concert or celebration or anything like that. I have just finished up with my virtual Remembrance Day service that we watched as a school, and that was also sent out to parents. So I thought I would share some of the things that I learned. This is my first time ever doing anything like this, and I am by no way a video guru or an editing guru or a filming guru or any of that. So this is just what I've figured out. So here I am to pass along my tips to you. Also, if you're new here, hi, my name is Jana. I am a kindergarten to grade 5 music teacher in Manitoba, and I'm also a teacher pay teacher author, and I'm just here to share what I'm learning as I go through my teaching journey with you. Alright, so we are going to start off with some technology tips that I have for you. And my first tip is to try to figure out where you might have technology problems before you have them. And in saying that, if you have anything to invest, or your school or your district does, in technology, invest it in the technology so that your life is a little bit easier. Whether that is on video recording software or extra cloud space, or having your IT guy come on in and show you how to work the software that you already have. Try to see where the technology problems could be before they happen so that they don't happen. And in saying that, with the investing part, something that I invested in for myself was a new video editing app. In the past, I've used just like the video editing that came with my computer, just standard on a PC computer. I've also used iMovie, but for this project, I didn't really want to use either, and here's why. The video editing PC, generic one that came on my computer, I find it very hard to be able to put audio clips in to match a picture and for them not to move all over the place. So, and for some of the songs that we were doing, I needed to have the audio clip with just like a picture in the background for like Last Post and Reveille and stuff like that. So to try to figure out that, it has been a fight for me before when I've like done stuff for my channel. So I knew that that was going to happen. So I needed to find something else. iMovie would have been an option, but I don't have a Mac computer. Problem A. Problem B, or not necessarily a problem, but something that I don't like with iMovie, is you need to have enough storage space, whether it's on your phone or your iPod or whatever device you're using, to record all your videos, to house them in iMovie, like the app, because that takes up storage space, and then still have enough space to export it out of iMovie. I've had problems with this before, and I've had to like delete everything else off my iPad except for iMovie so that I could export stuff. So I knew that that was likely going to be an issue. It just takes up so much storage space, and I didn't think that I had enough storage space on my phone or my iPad to be able to do that. So I went looking for a different video editing software, and I came across Movavi, which I will link down below for you to check out. It's kind of like Windows Movie Maker that was like circa 2010. But it like works even better than that does, and you're able to like extract audio from videos and put in videos, and it does so much that I haven't even looked at yet, but it gave me what I needed at the time, which was like the audio stuff, and it also lets you edit the video within the app, which is also nice. And I put that on my PC. There is an education trial, but I just bought the single user use. I think it cost me $65 or $70 Canadian, and super, super useful. I really enjoyed using it. It was very user-friendly, and there's lots of like tutorials from the company itself on YouTube. So highly recommend that. My second tip, technology related, is connected to the whole iMovie storage thing. And that's make sure that you have enough storage so that you can have your videos in multiple places. This is kind of 2 tips. So I wanted to be able to have my videos still on my device and in my video editing software. So whether that means that you have extra cloud space or you get extra memory cards, but try to have it that you don't have to delete any videos, especially the ones you're using in your final project, until the final project is completed. I was like anal to the point where I didn't delete my videos until after everyone had watched it and that I knew everything worked. So with my videos, I have them stored on like the device that I recorded them on, so my phone. I then uploaded them to my account through our school division's OneDrive. So they were there, and then they were also in the video editing part, so that if it ever got lost from one place, which it did, then I had at least 2 backups. So that saved me a lot of stress, knowing that it was in multiple places and knowing that I had enough storage to have it in all of those places. Those are my technology specific tips. All right, the next thing that I recommend you think about is how are you going to share this with parents? And this kind of goes back to the storage thing. How can you share it with parents and family members and school community that is a way that it is easy to access, that you have enough storage to share it on, but also protects student privacy? So some options might be like your school website, a private YouTube link, on a private Google Drive link, a private OneDrive link, all of those things that make it easy for parents. And especially something like YouTube or on your division website, then chances are parents are familiar with it enough to figure out how to get it. When I was sharing mine with my families, I wanted to try to ensure that families wouldn't be able to download it off of whatever server we were doing and then post it to social media, just to protect student privacy and all of that stuff. So we chose to do a OneDrive link to parents, and then they could watch it off of that. The other thing to consider is how much bandwidth or data do your parents and families have. For instance, I'm in a pretty rural area of Manitoba, so not everyone has like unlimited amount of internet. So what I'm going to do next time I do this is I'm going to put timestamps in of each class's performance so that parents are just able to watch their students and their children rather than watching the whole video, in case that eats up all of their internet for the month. So just to be considerate and aware of some of those things. All right, now my last tip is likely the biggest, and that is to start early. And start early with everything. Start your rehearsing early, start your recording early, start your editing early, because everything takes time and everything needs to be done ahead of time. You can't be rehearsing the day before the video needs to go out, because then you have to record it and edit it and send it out all within the time. So I highly recommend that you start backwards, like reverse by design planning. So start with when that video needs to go out. So you know that date. Then think of how long, and give yourself lots of time you are going to need to edit that. So if you think you need a week to edit your video and put it all together, give yourself a week. If it's 3 days, if it's 2 days, then you need to think, how long will it take you to record them? How many times do you want to record them? I suggest recording maybe 1 or 2 times, because we all know kids have good days, kids have bad days. We have days where there's 5 kids missing. We have snow days. So record a couple times, and also record early in case you need to record again. So you have the date it's going out, how long you need to edit, your recording, and then you take how long it's going to take you to prepare the piece. Now, doing it as pre-recorded, it might take you less time because you're not worried about like getting kids on and off stage and practicing all that. It's just the part itself. But give yourself lots and lots and lots of time to get that all done. So you can do that by starting early. You never know when it is going to be like an inclement weather day, or when you might end up sick, or there might end up being a fire drill planned that takes up all of one of your classes. So if you give yourself lots of time, then that will take away one little piece of stress with that. The other thing that I would highly recommend is give yourself lots of time to get the video saved and uploaded. So my video that I did for the Remembrance Day service was about 35 minutes. By the time it's saved off of my video editor onto my computer and then uploaded to the platform where I was going to share it, that took about 3 hours. And my video was 35 minutes. So I would highly recommend that you do that ahead of time too. And it's also nice if then you have an opportunity to watch it on whatever platform you're sharing it to make sure that everything is there. So start early, give yourself lots of time, and hopefully then it will be a less stressful experience for you. Now, chances are you are doing your pre-recorded performances because it's COVID. So a couple other COVID considerations when making a performance. Depending on where you are, where I am, all of our kids are in masks. So that has added an extra challenge with my recordings because it's harder to hear the kids sing. So some of the ways that I combated that is I was able to put 2 classes together and still keep our class sizes small enough that I was able to do that. So then I had 2 groups of voices singing the song. Another thing that you could do is mic your kids. You could also put a backing track on that has the people singing it, like the track that you likely use to teach your kids with. I generally don't love using songs that already have lyrics. I like it to feature my own kids, but right now, just because of how COVID is, I wanted people to be able to hear the song. So for some of the groups, I did put that track with words as the background rather than just an accompaniment track. And in the end, it didn't take away from anything, but that's something that I did to help make sure that the song was heard. And the other thing is to be strategic with your camera placement. So I recorded mine all on my iPhone. But I would try to get my phone as far away from my speaker that's playing the music and closer to the kids so that it sounded like the kids were what you heard first and not the accompaniment track coming off of my speaker. But if you have better recording equipment than an iPhone, maybe that isn't a concern for you. Another COVID concern is distancing. If you need to be able to distance your kids, you're going to have to find different ways to record it because they might not all fit in a screen. So also all of that little extra stuff takes additional thought that maybe we don't always have to think about when we are doing an in-person performance. All right, so that is all the tips that I have to share about doing a pre-recorded virtual performance. I would love to hear if you have done pre-recorded virtual performance, what worked well for you, what were things that were hard for you. So you could leave that in the comments down below. Also, if you find this video useful and the information useful and you're an elementary music teacher, make sure that you like and subscribe and share, because that not only helps you be notified when I post new videos, but it also helps more elementary music teachers all around be able to see my videos and it gets promoted so that they can find it too. So until next time, I hope you have a wonderful day and I will see you later. Bye!